Hi guys, the US Navy conducted the freedom of navigation in the EEZ, which stands for Exclusive Economic Zones, somewhere near the continental shelf of Lakshadweep. This gains a lot of significance. Why? Because great amount of synergy has been developed through this Quad Summit. We have seen it in the news items recently about the heads of governments of 4 countries, Australia, Japan, United States and India, coming together to work on lots and lots of topics, including production of COVID vaccine, etc., etc. But this step of US Navy has come as a big surprise to all of us. In fact, India said that permission needs to be sought. It's not a big thing for US to do its navigation in some countries, but permission from the host country, that is India in this case, is required. India claims that this Treaty of UN clause, we will look at what this UN clause is. That's very, very important. The UN clause does not allow other states to carry out exercises, especially the ones that involve use of weapons. Okay, the UN clause stands for the abbreviation UNCLOS, and that stands for United Nations Convention on the Law of the Seas. Very, very important. Okay, once again, let me repeat that for you. UN clause means United Nations Convention on the Laws of the Seas. India says that as per the United Nations clause, UN clause, America must seek permission. They don't allow states to carry out these exercises, especially the ones that involve the use of weapons. But America feels that it has not ratified that convention at all. That's US point of view. Typically, the ship involved here is USS John Paul Jones. Remember this. This is a guided missile destroyer. USS stands for United States Ship. So what US is saying that they have been conducting such exercises not just in India, but so many countries around the world, including China, in South China Sea. Because US clearly says that the exercise is being done approximately 130 nautical miles away from the continental shelf of Lakshadweep. So the US feels that while it is 130 miles away, why should they seek permission from India is the question they are repeatedly putting up. And they clearly say that they have not ratified the proceedings of the UN clause, United Nations Convention of the Laws of the Seas. That's the stand US has been taking continuously. In fact, they are saying they have been doing it not just in India or in China, but it's been their regular exercises throughout the world. And it does not just involve India or China, it involves so many other countries. But that's a generic kind of an exercise. But India is concerned because use of weapon is involved, especially because this ship is a guided missile destroyer. Okay. US always keeps quoting that the full sovereign right of any country is just restricted to 12 nautical miles from the mainland. So this is quite a confusing thing, but of course we have to assert what the Indian government's stand is. Nothing wrong in navies of other countries transiting those places, etc. We know they are all international waters, but the issue is that the US is giving open statements that they are conducting these exercises. They have the freedom to navigate around. That is looking like some kind of an arm twisting mechanism from the perspective of international diplomacy. So one thing is that anybody would feel that when synergies are being developed between the 4 countries, is it the right time to do these exercises? Okay, so we need to keep our fingers crossed, wait for for the developments to pan out. Until such time, we need to monitor these things very closely, right? Very, very important from the civil services point of view. Defense is important, but for you, it is the IAS, IPS examination. Okay, so what kind of a data you are presenting, especially the use of abbreviations like EEZ, exclusive economic zones. The second is your FONOP, which is freedom of navigation and operations. Thirdly, it is UN class, which is United Nations Convention on the Laws of Seas. And then the ship, which is USS John Paul Jones, the guided missile destroyer, etc., etc. USS is United States ship. These are some of the keywords you should use in your essay if it happens to come in your IAS main examination. Very, very important. And for those of you who are not preparing for civil services examination level of competitive examination, but for subordinate examinations, you need not know whole details of all this, but just the abbreviations are very, very important. This question might come: what is the full form of FONOP? What is the full form of EEZ, etc., etc., USS, etc. Thank you very much. Do subscribe to this channel. We will be putting up very important tidbits of information which are extremely relevant from the IAS, IPS, IRS preparation standpoint of view. Thank you very much. Jai Hind. Best wishes. Bye-bye.
உடல் சுருங்கி